Hi, welcome to the quiz. You will be presented with multiple choice questions, each displayed on screen for a short time. Please make sure to attempt answering all the questions. Quizzes help us to reinforce our knowledge, identify areas where we need to focus more, and improve our overall performance. Taking quizzes can also help to increase retention and make the learning process more engaging and enjoyable. With that out of the way, you can answer along on quizalto.com. The exact URL of this quiz will be in the notes down below. Let's get started. Good luck. What is the function of AWS Organizations Service Control Policies? Schedule automated backups. Implement data encryption at rest. Enforce security and compliance controls. Create custom metrics for monitoring. What role does AWS Organizations play in managing security and compliance? Establishing governance controls. Designing artificial intelligence algorithms. Providing mobile application development. Scaling storage capacity. What kind of billing can be enabled for accounts in AWS Organizations to simplify payment? Hourly billing. Consolidated billing. Individual billing. Automated billing. What is the structure used to organize AWS accounts within AWS Organizations called? Organizational units. IAM policies. Security groups. Bucket policies. What is the maximum number of accounts that can be added to an AWS organization by default? 100. 500. 300. 1000. What is a benefit of using AWS Organizations for security compliance across multiple AWS accounts? Reducing the need for data encryption. Enforcing security best practices through policies. Increasing resource limits on individual accounts. Improving server response times. What feature of AWS Organizations enables grouping of AWS accounts for easier management? Multi-factor authentication. Secrets Manager. Service control policies. API gateway. What happens to the resources of a member account when it is removed from an AWS organization? They are deleted permanently. They are transferred to the master account. Access to resources is revoked. They become standalone resources. What is the main purpose of AWS Organizations? Optimize network performance. Centralize management of multiple AWS accounts. Provide data analytics services. Design machine learning models. What role does AWS Organizations play in governance and compliance? Provides real-time threat detection. Ensures consistent and enforceable governance policies. Automatically optimizes resource utilization. Encrypts data at rest and in transit. What is the function of the AWS Organizations policy type, service control policy? To control permissions for member accounts. To provision new AWS accounts. To automate EC2 instance provisioning. To manage access keys for IAM users. What is the primary function of AWS Organizations in the context of user access control? Automatic user provisioning. Database replication management. Centralized management of user permissions. Real-time monitoring of user activity. What is a key benefit of using AWS Organizations for resource sharing? Faster application deployment. Automated scaling of resources. Simplified resource sharing across accounts. Increased data storage capacity. What is the purpose of organizational units in AWS Organizations? To enable cross-region replication. To provide billing information. To help organize accounts. To manage IAM users. In what way can AWS Organizations help in resource sharing among AWS accounts? By limiting network bandwidth. By setting up cross-account access. By encrypting all data. By disabling IAM roles. Why would an organization use AWS Organizations for billing and cost management? To increase the overall budget limit. To consolidate billing and allocate costs. To automatically adjust budget allocations. To access real-time financial reports. How can you implement service control policies in AWS Organizations? By deploying Lambda functions. By creating API gateways. By configuring VPC peering. By using the AWS Management Console. What is the maximum number of AWS accounts that can be part of an AWS organization by default? 10. 15. 20. 5. What is a benefit of using service control policies within AWS organizations? Automating database backups. Restricting access to AWS services and actions at the account level. Increasing network bandwidth for accounts. Providing real-time visibility into account spending. What is a benefit of using AWS Organizations for managing multiple AWS accounts? Centralized billing and cost management. Improved database performance. Enhanced encryption capabilities. Increased network bandwidth. What is the purpose of the AWS Organizations policy type, tag-based policy? To automate RDS database backups. To manage network security groups. To provision new AWS accounts. To apply policies based on resource tags. What is the role of the AWS Organizations master account? Can only view billing information. Has access to a limited set of AWS services. Can manage IAM user passwords. Has full administrative control over the entire organization. How does AWS Organizations help in simplifying the management of multiple AWS accounts? By providing direct access to billing information. By limiting the number of IAM roles. By increasing the number of root user credentials. By automating the process of provisioning new accounts. What is the primary benefit of using AWS Organizations? Automatic data encryption. Centralized management of AWS accounts and resources. Free data storage. Access to unlimited compute power. What is the primary purpose of AWS Organizations? Centralized management of IAM users. Centralized management of AWS accounts. Centralized management of EC2 instances. Centralized management of Amazon S3 buckets. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.